Hey guys, coming to you today from my backyard, Ponderosa Forest here at the edge of the forest. We have the other direction, my view, where the forest ends, where the burn scar begins, and I've been hanging out in the burn scar, and I've been feeling, and I've been thinking, and it's come to my attention, this conversation to share with you that I think I'm actually going to put into a longer form video with a practice over on YouTube. So look for that if you're here watching the Instagram video, if you want to dive into the longer form version of this with a practice. But what I want to talk about is my refusal to use the word activism, because as I think a lot about what I'm really doing, what this platform is about, it is certainly holding much space for activism. But I refuse to use that word, and it's a refusal to use that word that I feel in my body. Like, why do I not want to call myself an activist? Why do I not want to put activism on the stuff I'm putting out there? And what it is this deep knowing in me that the way that we show up, and if we want to use the word as activists, great. If we want to show up as healers, as people in the world who are wanting to help to change the way things are, because there are things that need to be changed, because they are hurtful, they are destructive, and it doesn't have to be this way. We can choose, right? It's really simply a choice to choose a different path, and how we show up and what words we use with that is something that I think about probably too often, but that's okay. This word activism, what is it? What is it like that I feel in my body when I use the word activism? And it's like this pushing away, like, don't come near me. And what it is, right, is my own life experience with people who have labeled themselves as activists, that have come at me with this energy that's like, you must see what I see and do what I do and give me money for this thing that I believe is so important. And while that's like great, it's fine, it's the way we do it, and it's the energy that we do it with that's the rub. And the reason this is so important is because, like, we've got a lot of problems, right? We have a lot of problems in our world. We have our own problems that we have to deal with. We have problems in our communities. We have problems in our ecosystems on the world stage. So how could I possibly listen to everybody shouting at me that I need to care about your problem, give my time and attention and resources to your problem? Just giving a little bit of space here to let that sink in, while I point to exactly what I want to point to. Is I want us to show up. I want us as a human species to come together, show up to heal these rifts, these wounds that we've created in this world that are causing so much destruction. And I say that looking out on a forest that burned down when I was in kindergarten and never came back, because our climate is changing, these ponderosa forests behind me are disappearing. And that's what fuels me, along with some other things too, but that's the one that's present right now. And so what's coming to me is these words: sacred activism, embodied activism. Like, how can we show up to be in listening? What is alive right in front of you? This is what's alive in front of me, is burn scars and disappearing ponderosa forests. And that awakens something in me. It awakens a fire within me to show up and do something. And there's so many different somethings in our world right now that I'm asking you to show up for. I am asking you to show up for it in a way that is in alignment with you, what feels right and good and true in your body, and being able to walk this path forward in a way where we can stay in alignment. And it's not about sacrifice. Like, I know sacrifice, it gets us places, it has gotten people places, but I don't know, like, I think it's time for it to die. I think it is time for the word sacrifice to die so that we can step onto a path where we are nourished and supported and feeling good and alive in our own lives and in our own bodies, so that we can show up and do the work in the way that it needs to be done. How's that sounding? How is that sounding? Let's just take a deep breath. You want to take a deep breath with me here at the beautiful ponderosas? Have you guys ever stopped to smell a ponderosa? There, put your nose right up to its brown and tan and red bark, and you take a deep inhale, and you're just filled with one of nature's great treasures. So an invitation to find a ponderosa, to get real close. Take a deep inhale and let yourself be nourished. Let yourself be resourced. Let yourself be filled with life. And let yourself become so full that you can't help but want to give back to this world that is in deep need of us humans right now. It's in deep need of us humans getting our shit together so we can show up and do something about this great mess of things that we've made here. So awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me here. Again, if you're on the Instagram video, I want to flip over to the YouTube video. I'm going to bring us into some practice there. So looking forward to that. Taking a moment here to get settled in to your body, becoming present with the room you're in, your surroundings. Maybe bringing some attention to the surface that's holding you here in this moment. That may look like your seat, your sits bones in connection to the chair or whatever's holding you here. That might look like finding the soles of your feet on the ground, if that's relevant to you in this moment. But for this practice, there's this invitation to find yourself seated in an upright position. Might be I don't know, shall I say ideal for this practice, but if that's not comfortable for you or an option right now, whatever position you're in, just finding yourself here, finding yourself in your body, in the space that you're in, present in this moment. And by that, I mean really feeling into connection with your body in this moment. And I'll guide you into this a little bit more. So, inviting you here to take a few deep breaths. So, taking those breaths down in your body, feeling into the expansion in your rib cage as you inhale. And exhaling, letting that breath go as you stay with the sensation in your body. Taking another inhale, again, feeling into that expansion in your rib cage. Maybe you feel that sensation, that expansion down in your belly. Just a moment here to be with your breath. No need to manipulate it, try to make your breath anything that it's not, but being with your body as it breathes, being with the physical sensation in your body as you're breathing here in this moment, in connection with the surface that's holding you here in this moment. Breathing here, being here in and as your physical self, here very simply breathing and being. So from here, we're going to move on. We're going to move on by bringing your attention more fully into your chest, the center of your chest, your heart space. So bringing your attention fully into your heart space, Same idea here. You're just bringing your attention, you're just bringing awareness to the sensation. What is alive here? What is present here? If you've watched my little video, my story before this, there may have been something sparked in you. So there might already be something here, or maybe it wasn't my video or my story, but maybe there is something that brought you here to this meditation. So maybe there's already something alive here. Or maybe there's not, but whether or not there is, we're going to see if we can open this door, deepen into, crack open. What is here in your heart space as we bring in this theme, this embodied or sacred activism? What is here in your heart as we bring ourselves into this space that is a being in action, in alignment with what matters most? So what is it? What is it that matters most? And if you find yourself jumping back up into your head as thoughts start to spin, or maybe something else has grabbed your attention, the invitation here, this is the practice, is to remain in your heart here. What is alive in the sensation? Or maybe there's something else here in your heart as we speak to this thing. What matters most? What matters most here in your heart as we speak to being in
action with what matters. So staying with these words now, what matters? What matters here in your heart? What matters in the fires deep, deep in your heart? What wants to be revealed here? What wants to be allowed to shine through, to burn, to ripple out? And maybe what's alive here is already starting to spread. Maybe what's alive in your heart is already rippling out or otherwise spreading out through your body. And maybe you're starting to feel it somewhere else in your body. Maybe your solar plexus, your womb, maybe this fire within you is already spreading. And if it is, letting it spread. Regardless, being with what is here, what is present in these sacred feelings, sensations, aliveness in your body, within your very own being. A reminder here to stay with your breath, to keep taking those deep breaths right into your heart, or if you're being taken somewhere else in your body, again, maybe it's your solar plexus or somewhere else in your body that's really lighting up now, and just staying with your breath, it will help you to stay grounded, stay focused here, stay present here, staying present here with what is alive and happening for you in this practice. This is your practice now. This is your practice to allow for whatever is happening to unfold as you are taken maybe into a pure sensation in your body. Maybe you are being seen, something shown, something. Maybe you are just feeling the fire. Maybe you're feeling the fire now that you've been shutting down for too long, but maybe now it's time to let that sacred fire spread and to allow it to move you now. So moving into how can you be moved? How can you let yourself be moved into, maybe it's action, maybe it's letting yourself be moved into action, maybe it's letting yourself be moved into a knowing that there is something here within that has been asking for your attention, and now it's time to allow yourself to bring that attention that your body, your being needs. So letting yourself be moved here to what matters most. What matters most here in this experience, this sacred activism, this embodied activism movement. Now there's an option here. There's an option here to let yourself be moved, to let yourself be moved into action, to go do that thing that's lighting you up, to go do it now, to be moved. Be moved by these sacred fires of your heart, of your being. There's an option here as well to sit here for a little while. Maybe there's more to be uncovered. Maybe there's a need to go deeper into your heart, or maybe there's another part of your body, your being that's calling to you that needs a little bit more time, a little bit more attention before it's able to surface. So some opportunity here to really listen within. What is your body, your own sovereign self calling to you? What is it asking for? Is it asking for you to be in motion? Is it asking for you to sit a little longer? what is being asked of you in this moment, and honoring that which is coming through you, asking of you now. So listening, being in the listening, and following through on what is here. What is here? Are you being moved into action, or are you already gone? Press stop and out in the world, getting ready to do what needs to be done. Are you still here with me, hanging out in the listening? Are you ready to go deeper into some unveiling, uncovering, whatever it is? So much love to you on your sacred activism journey.